Hello guys, welcome back in today's crypto technical analysis. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. And today we're going to start by looking at the weekly time frame, and then as usual we'll start looking at the lower time frame. However, before we start, I would like to remind you, if you guys are learning and enjoying from the content, do not forget to like and appreciate the video. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe and activate the bell so you do not miss the accurate market updates. Yesterday that we saw a beautiful bullish engulfing candle since the 10th of May weekly, this ugly candle. As you remember that we tried very hard with this engulfing candle 26th of April. However, as mentioned, like you can watch the previous videos, that 60,000 level maximum, that was already, we had a bearish confirmation on the mid time frame as well as the lower time frame, and as a result we start printing a lower highs on the lower time frames as well as the mid time frames. So yesterday we had this bullish engulfing. However, it is exciting in the market or no, we're going to look at the lower time frames. Moving on to a daily time frame. The current condition of the daily time frame, as you can see, since the 21st of July, today is the 5th day that we're having beautiful one after another, the green candles. However, after this bullish engulfing candle, as long as we held the $29,000, we start moving towards the upside. Again, at the moment, we got rejected right from the 40,000 level. Having said that, the daily time frame heavily under the bearish territory. Moving on to 4-hour time frame. As you remember, this was a bear trap that we were expecting that the price action to go all the way up to, in the first place, 27,100 on the higher time frame, the Fibonacci level, and then all the way up to 24,000 level. However, as soon as we had a battle, as you can see, week to week, dollar to dollar rejection from the upper line of this support number 2, which was acting as a resistance. And as soon as we got, as I said, on the lower time frame, half an hour and 1 hour time frame, we managed to break this lower line of this support number 2, and bullish signal has been provided and price action started towards the upside. However, at the same time, we had 3 resistance levels. At the moment, we don't need this minor resistance that we've been following in the last week. If we're going to recap from the last week's videos, that the first rejection level was around the 0.5 level, and then we were expecting the price action to come all the way up to 382, the mirror image of the 618, and then we wanted to take a further long. However, the long supposed to be taken at around $30,000, $31,000. For those ones who are late, you could have taken from this level. However, I'm going to mention in a minute 2 types of scenarios that you can see in the market. So the first level was, as I said, 0.5, 32,600, that we didn't get a full pullback. As you can see, we were expecting the price action to come all the way 36,700. However, with this, the red candle came, the lowest one was $32,000, and then the price action with this candle, as you can see, with the huge green candle, we started moving towards the upside. At the same time, the second rejection level supposed to be 0.618, 33,500 and 600 levels. And then the last level supposed to be these $35,000 and $36,000. However, this price action as well, 35,000, we came all the way up to 33,800 level, and then we went towards the upside. As I mentioned in the last videos, as soon as we're going to be breaking $35,000, also I gave a timeline on the 4-hour time frame if we're going to stay above this 618 in the next 48 to 72 hours, which we perfectly stayed, and then highly likely the price action will come all the way up to lower line of this resistance 1, all the way up to the upper line of this resistance number 1, which was $38,000. I was keep mentioning about these levels in the last 2 weeks plus. At the same time, we had another level of around the 40,000 level. So that was lower line of this resistance levels. So bear in your mind, support number 1, support number 2, the same time resistance number 1 as well as the resistance number 2. These levels we've been following in the last nearly 2 months. Now we set it up these levels without a change since the 4th of June. So as you can see, we got rejection right from the $40,000 with a $150 difference. We came all the way up to 39,850. However, our line was $39,931. As you can see, less than $200 we saw a rejection. But all in all, still kept rejecting from these levels, and we might see a further pullback in the market. If we're going to recap further this price action, the recent one, how we played out within this falling wedge, as you remember, once we held the level of $30,000, we had a long signal all the way up to the upper line of this resistance number 1. We came and then we had around 18% spot profit, and from there we shorted it all the way up until the 0.5, the Fibonacci level. We had another 10% spot profit. From there, I mentioned in the previous videos, we're going to be going all the way up to $36,000. So another 10% spot profit if you're doing a leverage. However, these are the risky scalping. If you don't know what you're doing, you have to be careful. And then we tested. As soon as we got rejected from $36,000, first retest, after the second retest, there was another signal as being provided, which I had mentioned in the first place. We're going to come all the way up to lower line of this support, which matched with our Fibonacci 0.5, as you can see. All the way we're going to come to the support number 1. In the second place, the last target level will be the lower line of this support number 2. So we had another 14% from there. However, once we broke at this level, with a tight stop loss, we were hunting towards the down. This was a failure. That was a bear trap, and then price action as soon as we managed to break on the lower time frame towards the upside, claimed this support number 2. We were targeting all the way up to the 0.5 and the 0.6 Fibonacci levels. However, in the last video, as I mentioned, as soon as we're going to be breaking the upper line of the support number 1, highly likely the price will go in the first place, resistance number 1, these levels. So we were targeting in the last couple of weeks $37,000 all the way $38,000. So as soon as we held and claimed this support, we're going to take it from the upper line. We came all the way to the, I'm not going to take all the way up to the week, because we were targeting in the first place all the way up to the upper line of this resistance number 1. So from there, another 25% plus spot profit. So as I mentioned, you do not get all the way clear pullbacks. There are 2 types of traders. So as you can see, one is breakout, pullback, and then you will get towards the upside. Applies to short signals as well if you're going to take a short. However, there are another type where you're going to get a clear breakout without a pullback. However, this is much more riskier. You will get so often this type of signals, but most traders going to take this pullback scenarios, because you're going to have entering from the breaking the resistance, claiming it as a support, and then your stop loss will be tighter, and this is high probability setup. So sometimes it just happens, as I said, as soon as we broke the $35,000, once we claimed the, as you can see, $31,000, $30,000, since then we had a nice move towards the upside. So the current condition of 4-hour time frame, as I mentioned in the previous videos, as soon as we will be above $34,000, then we are going to go towards this resistance number 1. In the previous videos, we were around this level. As I mentioned, in the next 48 to 72 hours, if we're going to claim successful break the 34,000, 33.5, then we are good to go. So at the moment, 4-hour is on the bullish territory. Before we move on to the lower time frames, if you want to learn all these technical analysis, what I'm showing to you, and if you want to become an independent professional trader, or you're interested in the institutional trading system, you can message me via Telegram at Magnate8, and one-on-one intense mentorship is available. It only takes you 5 to 10 hours to master this all. During the course, you will learn day trading, i.e. scalping, swing, and as well as the long-term as an investor trading systems. Moving on to 2-hour time frame. 2-hour time frame, as soon as we broke, as I said in the last video, 32,000, 31,500, with this beautiful candle, 2-hour started moving towards the upside. And as you can see, we had a little bit of stuck in here, which was as a result of 4-hour time frame. We broke, consolidated a bit, and as you can see, broke it, little bit of retest on the lower time frame, then we moved towards the upside. So 2-hour is heavily under the bull's control. I'm not going to talk in this episode the bearish scenario. As long as we're above in the next 48 to 72 hours $35,000, we are good to go towards the resistance number 2. The resistance number 2, as you remember, that is $42,200. However, the upper line resistance levels are slightly changed. At the moment, I'm expecting after this consolidation, little bit of pullback in the market. 1-hour time frame. 1-hour time frame, after this fake out bear trap, as soon as we broke the upper line of this support number 1, as you can see, we got a couple of hours, 6 hours got stuck in here, and once we managed to break, we got a long signal, and as a result, the 1-hour time frame started moving towards the upside. So as you can see, got rejection, rejection, this one as well, rejection. Once we broke, and we went all the way towards the upside. So at the moment, 1 hour is heavily under the bull's control. Again, as long as we're going to be above $35,500, $36,000, 1 hour will be under the bull's control. It is too early for us to talk about the bearish scenario at this condition under mid time frame as well as the lower time frames. I would like to draw your attention actually to this scenario. I made an update via Twitter. If you're not following me, you can follow _magnate. I made an update that why I wanted to see that the price action to come all the way $24,000 before we go all the way up to $48,000, $46,000. The reason is I took this Fibonacci right from the level of $60,000, not 65, because the market structure broken from 60,000 level. We had the lower lows as well as the higher low structure. So from there, if you're going to take your Fibonacci from $60,000 all the way up to 28,300, that you will get this Fibonacci levels. So at the moment, what I'm expecting is, this is 618. We have other Fibonacci levels as well in this region. So at the moment, I'm watching around $45,000 to $50,000. Once we're going to go all the way $49,000, $50,000, highly likely the price action will reject, unless we're going to see a huge candle like this. At the moment, technically, the daily time frame, high time frames looks quite weak. So as a result, if we're going there and then we see a rejection, then we will consider this as a dead cat bounce. So you can see it. This is the first point, the second point, but we will have a third point over there. The fourth point is going to be, if you're going to calculate, I've got good educational videos in the previous videos that you can watch on this channel. I was showing the dead cat bounce in details. So if we're going to take this all the way from the $49,000, which we're expecting, this is what you will get based on the dead cat bounce target. That's going to be at around $19,000, $18,000. Bingo. This is previous all-time high levels. So that's why, as I said, before we reach to 618, the golden zone, I wanted to see the price action to consolidate further. And once we had, if you remember, we lost the $30,000. That was a bear trap. I wanted to see the price action to come all the way up to 24,500 levels. And then further consolidation that would have been given us a hope to go and continuation of the bull market. However, if, as I said, technically at the moment, if we're going to go to the 618 and then we do not see a huge candle with a successful breakout, if we don't see something like this, either breakout or claim it as a support, the pullback, we are good to go towards the upside. However, at the moment, we've got heavy resistance between $45,000 and $50,000. We came to an end of this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.